What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Difficult to Please podcast, episode 47.
47, baby. We're almost in our 50s.
Holy
That's what's
shit.
up. I
We are
know.
recording on Sunday, October 16th. We had let's just say we had a almost 3 month hiatus. So just obviously I know for our like 12 listeners there, it's like, okay, you guys dip for like 3 months.
Oh, we're on summer break.
It was an
I think it
extended
was a
summer
summer
break.
break. Yeah, it was a super
Extended.
summer break again. I remember
Yeah,
that.
so it was this kind of hectic. I have I got a temporary position in August, and JV, you had what did you have?
Yeah, I picked up a new job since July. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was
S-
crazy. Like it all happened at the same time. I remember we were supposed to record earlier, but you had parents in town, and then like
yeah.
other things kept happening again. Or I was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah. So like when my parents are here, they take over this room for however long. So they were here for like 3 weeks. So that's like 3 weeks out. And then I have like parenting duties I gotta take care of. And then shit gets in the way. And that's to say that. But
Mhm.
thanks for listening. Thanks for checking in with us. Got some shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we could talk about now. Man, I don't know if I have gray hair now. Like, I'm surprised if I don't.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that leadership life was so rough.
Well, JV's a manager now, so that's
Yeah,
his
like a
bad.
supervisor. Yeah, so it's a fun ride. It's a good experience though, but it's a lot, man. Like, I actually have emails on my phone now, which
Oh,
is
you
like
never
that's
had.
so
Oh shit.
nah, because I've always made it a point to always separate like my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I never carried emails on my phone, and now it's just like, oh, cool. I get to talk about work at any time of the day now.
I will say this: when I first got my a work email onto my iPhone, I felt like I'm a grown up and shit. Now I'm like, simpler times, man. I don't have that
Yeah,
same joy, bro. That fucking sucks.
I am not used to having more than like two notifications on my phone. So what I mean by that is the only like every time I install something, all notifications are off. The only ones that
Oh,
are on are like calling, texting, and Discord.
oh, okay.
Those are like the only ones I have like active. Now it's still like, okay, maybe I might have YouTube up now, and then it's like I have a whole folder that's just Microsoft Teams, Outlook.
Oh, fuck, it sucks. Microsoft on your phone. Fuck that. You're done. I'm done.
Dude, Teams is actually legit though. If I'm talking like productivity wise, I think I would have Teams over Slack now, just because you could do so much more on a
Mm-hmm.
Teams. Like I'm now learning, oh, Teams is crazy because it's its own OneDrive, and then like collaborating with other leaders, we're all just making edits to like Excel files. Like I pretty much upped my Excel game pretty well now. I'm like, well, this is the reason why we made A, B, and C choice because according to this graph and all the data I've researched for the last 2 months, this is what it's been. That's how I live my life now, and it's like so nutty to me. I'm just like, oh, cool, cool. I actually have to prove everything now.
You're like, oh, sick. 10 years ago, I was making barista drinks. Now I.
10 years ago, I was
No,
still
you
working at
were.
the
Yeah,
hospital.
yeah, you were in the pharmacy. I get it.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, but
joke,
still,
fool.
I know. But no, it's crazy because like these ebbs and flows in life, like you kind of figure out what you like more. And I didn't know I like working with data. That's just me now. Like I was always interested in it, but now that I'm actually working with it, I'm just like, oh, I get trend lines now. Like,
You're like, oh,
oh, I can call
somebody's
people's
stealing
bullshit
the
now.
Narcan. Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like stuff like that. It's like, oh, we're losing this much money. How do we figure this one out? Yeah. So that's my life now. What temp gig did you pick up?
It's fucking political. I'm just gonna get through this next like 6 weeks, and I'm like home free and shit. I'm like, deuces. Like, yeah, I've. I'll say this for anybody who's struggling to find a job in 2022. Don't believe the hype because it's still very competitive to find a new job or wherever. So, I got this job and I knew it was gonna be only till the end of November. So I was like, I'll
Yeah.
take it. Like no, but I've done so many like interviews and applications out that I was like, I'll just take it because otherwise I was just gonna stress out until the end of the year of like how am I gonna make money and how am I
Hmm.
gonna get these bills paid. Uh, so for me, it's just it was like fuck, dude. I'll do it. I don't want to do it, but I'll do it because like if this job keeps my mind off of like job hunting and the stress about job hunting, it's like okay, let's just get through it. Let's get through it.
Got it.
Yeah, because
Interesting.
I wanted out from politics this like whole year, and now it's like oh shit, I got to do this for like 3 months.
But that's the thing, right? That's the skill set you develop. That's your
Yeah, I know.
experience.
That's why it's kind of like I don't want to be doing this, but let me just get through this because I have the skills to do it. Like I don't want to do this. Like I'm starting to feel like I don't want to do this anymore, but let me just get through this next 6 weeks, and then it's like Thanksgiving, and then I'm like, I call it my California trip because for the holidays. We're planning to go to Vegas for a week and then stay in San Diego for 2 weeks. So that's like,
What?
so it's kind of like my I guess the carrot I'm chasing. So like, yeah, let's do
Got it. What do you do in Vegas? All right, if you go to Vegas nowadays, because the last time we went
it.
was during like the pandemic, or like right before the pandemic went
Yeah.
out. I was like, I don't know anything about Vegas anymore. Like people go to Vegas. I'm just like, I don't know what's good at Vegas anymore.
Well, I mean, personally, I just want to play table games. Like I
Oh,
was
you want
gonna
to
kick it at my
gamble?
parents' house for like a week. That was kind of like the point. Like,
Got it.
and then I'm like, oh, cool. Like there's more access to like In and Out and like Tacos El Gordo and anything San Diego adjacent. Then I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
pretty
cool. I
much.
can go to fucking. I don't have to go down to the strip. I can just go to like one of the old casinos and just play blackjack and like throw craps. So that's kind of like it's
Word.
kind of
Okay.
I just want to throw dice and double down. Like that's all I want to do. Double down on 10, double down on 11. That's all I want to do, man. I
That's
just
it.
need to that's like I gotta satisfy a craving. I'm like, it's stress. Let me blow some steam
Got
real
it.
quick.
Got it. You don't want to invest into crypto? I'm just kidding.
Fuck no. Uh you know what I don't want to invest in is a fucking Meta Quest Pro.
Oh, dude, I just was listening to a few like podcasts about that. I was listening to the Verge special with Mark Zuckerberg, and then I'm like still listening to the one with Casey Newton and like Kevin Russo.
Yeah.
They're tech reviewers and
Yeah,
stuff like
tech
that, and
reviews,
like
yeah.
it's interesting listening to like how much the what was it Quest Pro 2? Well, I don't
Yeah,
know what
the
is
Meta Quest Pro. Let me look at the actual
the
title
actual
so we
name.
can before we fucking start breaking it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just called the Meta Quest Pro. There's no
Okay.
two.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
'Cause that's
the
the
Pro
Meta
version is 1500, and then the Meta Quest 2 is the $400 version.
Got it. So what they're saying about the Pro is that it's actually pretty impressive
Mm-hmm.
and that like it's comfortable, it's light, and it's crazy because like this like I was looking at screenshots where like you'll be sitting down at your desk, then all of a sudden like three different monitors just appear in front of you and you can score like surf the web on it. Like on top it's like basically an augmented reality kind of thing
Okay.
almost. Like I guess the technology is that it it takes a feed. It's pretty much VR. It's AR. I think they're really
AR.
something to AR. It's not fully VR yet. And then the thing is, I know they're trying to work on like their program Horizon, which is supposed to be like their social, the new Facebook kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna add walking legs soon. So
So
that's
yeah, it's
that's it.
I don't know, man. Like the thing about like the tech industry and like Verge and everybody that like does those reviews, I'm like, man, you guys like I understand like that's the ecosystem, but I'm like, this just looks like an expensive piece of shit.
So so the
It
funny
just
thing too, yeah,
swag.
yeah. It is an expensive piece of shit. And you know who's like riding on that expensive piece of shit?
Microsoft.
Microsoft teamed up with them and they're like, well, you're gonna throw away all this money, so let us build software on top of it. So next is Microsoft Teams on VR, and I think that would be pretty dope, to be honest.
No,
Oh,
it's not. It's gonna be fucking terrible. I know this is like behind the scenes, we're just like, oh, we agree too much. No, this is gonna be fucking shit.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, no, it's gonna be shit for sure. But then like, there was another thing I posted into our Discord. It was about Google's new meeting mirror,
Yeah,
where it is kind of like a. Imagine you basically go to like those Disney rides.
a fucking interrogation room.
Oh, sure. No, but it's like those 3D rides, and
Yeah.
like you could see the depth of somebody in front of you. You know, it's like those
Oh yeah, it's like
like
anything
that.
when you go to like Disneyland and then like for example like the Star Tours ride, basically, right?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
just like there's the actual depth of field. Like
yeah.
there's more than just the screen. Like oh, it
Yeah,
feels like
and
I'm
so
in this. Yeah, yeah.
and that's what Google's trying to build right now too. So I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I could see like remote things being more of a thing. Am I still skeptical of it? Oh yeah, well, fucking course, 100%.
Oh,
But
I'm
it's
way
just
more
like,
skeptical than you. I'm like, nah, this is gonna be this. I think the Quest, the whole like ecosystem around Meta, like the Oculus stuff. I'm like, dude, that's the only thing saving that company. Um,
well, they're
in
burning
terms,
billions. Yeah,
yeah, they're printing so much money for Facebook, and there's just, like a lot of PR hits for Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure Oculus and anything hardware related is saving them. So I think that having Microsoft uh put more money into this partnership of the VR AR metaverse with the
hmm
Oculus or the Meta Quest Pro, and like okay, I see it. Okay, I don't believe
100%.
in it, but I yeah, I can see
Yeah,
this happen.
but what's crazy too is that like the more and more I really think about it, I do kind of agree that like the future of work should be kind of hybrid for the most part. Like I actually do really believe in social connections and whatnot. Like I'm still really introverted, but doesn't mean like I don't mind talking to people. It's just like
It's like
I
school. You gotta be like you have to hang out with the awkward kids and the fucking popular kids in the same class. Like
right, because like I think the more remote we are, the more it's kind of like a I'm not afraid to like talk shit because like I'm not gonna face consequences kind of thing.
oh
Like if I'm just you know what I mean? Like the whole like I don't mind like talking shit online and posting it, but then like the moment I see someone and I'm like I can't really say it to their face kind of thing. So you have
yeah,
certain guardrails,
it's
right?
it's the guardrails and the accountability. Like you're not gonna talk unless you really want the smoke and you want HR. Like you're not gonna talk shit to their face, to your coworker's
Oh
face.
yeah, or something like that, yeah. Or even like people in general. Like it's just I and like I do believe in proximity. Like you only care about what's like tribalism in a way where it's like, yeah,
Hmm.
you only talk to the people you associate with. And I think that
Right.
goes the same thing with like physical things. So if I was like example, if I was a remote worker and like I would expect me not to really like climb up unless I was really, really close to my boss in a way. Whether that means like I'm always chatting with them on Discord or I'm always around them on,
Hmm.
I don't know, like around the
So you're just
office
trying
or
to
something
wear
like
them
that.
down, like just trying to wear them down so they can like you. You can't really do that
Yeah.
online.
Yeah. It's harder unless you freaking like,
Yeah,
you said memes all day to them, like, yo, this shit's funny. Look at this
it's
TikTok
funny.
video. I was on for like
React to
3 hours.
me.
Yeah.
React to me.
React to me. React to me, please. I need the dopamine hit from you.
Well, okay, like I think office work, anything that's a requirement, 9 to 5 ish. Like I think there's something to be said about the hybrid versus remote. I just
Hmm.
don't think that everything's going to be in office um unless there's really expensive reasons for you to be in office. So like I'm just thinking
100%.
like like you can't really do a surgeon's job at home.
Yeah.
Or like can you do your job at home right now?
No,
Yeah.
it does involve, yeah. So
I
service
think
jobs
it's
for
yeah.
sure.
Service
Service
jobs for
jobs for
sure.
sure. I think there are a
Um
lot of things you
mhm.
can move remote for sure. Like if you I think most software engineers should not be there. Like maybe marketing people, I understand. Maybe like even huddles nowadays, it should be like a lot of my stuff is on Microsoft Teams. I'm just like, yeah, I guess I really don't need to be in a boardroom with anybody. I don't have to like I just have to make sure someone's calendar is empty, and that's pretty much it. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I can have a meeting with these people. Like, it's so
yeah.
crazy. People are like, "Oh, JV, can you put your when you're going on PT on the calendar so no one contacts you?" I'm like, "Okay, sure, I guess so." Like, why? Like, "Oh, I just want to look at your calendar, see if you're free today." Yeah, can we schedule this for 11 o'clock? I'm like, I guess so. Like, that's fine with me.
That's how you know you're making boss moves or you're leveling up in your career because you're like, I never had this
Yeah.
10 years ago. I didn't need to check in with my schedule.
Mhm.
Why am I taking so many fucking meetings?
And I think me playing like part-time therapist to like other people like have helped me with my work.
Well,
I'm
that's
really
like
good
the
at
part of
yeah.
like being a coworker and like the hybrid slash being in person is like
Mhm.
the I thought that because I thought that's what you were gonna say instead of like, oh, like being social. I'm like, no, it's just kind of like those um random moments of just like spontaneity, thinking about work and the projects you're on with your
Mhm.
coworkers. Like
Mhm.
instead of like slacking to them, you just like kind of like walk up and say, "Hey, that thing we're working on. What if we did this?" Versus like formally typing out and like, "Yo, what do you think about this? I was working on this," and giving like the whole ass context and shit.
Yeah, and I actually do believe in it. Like I would every time I'm trying to figure out a problem at work, I actually shadow people now and I like talk to them like, "Hey, what do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Like, is this realistic? Is this not realistic?" And a lot of people would just look at me like, "Oh, you're like really the only person who asked." I'm like, "Oh, really?" So it's I think I'm headed toward the right direction, becoming in like leadership stuff. But yeah, no. In terms of like work stuff, yeah, I there's some things like you said, some things can go remote, a lot of things that cannot go remote. And then eventually it's going to get to that weird hybrid where it's like half of it could be online, half of it could be offline. So, but I don't think like you said, the pro is not quite there yet.
No,
But the building blocks are interesting.
no.
It, and I think what's funny is like there was I forgot who said this, but they said what Facebook should have done first is just create the video game first. Like create the video game because like I don't know, whatever a VR MMORPG, then the community will build from there kind of thing, right? Like
Hmm.
because that's what happened to WoW, that's what happened to Final Fantasy 14, that's what happened to
Oh
all
yeah,
like a bunch of Korean MMOs is that communities do form on like certain games. Like if you have a guild or whatever, like, oh, these are my friends. And you hear like people getting like, oh yeah, we met on WoW or oh, we met on
yeah.
14 and like they got married and blah blah blah. And yeah, eventually it's that's what I think Facebook should have done. They should have made the
They
video
should have
game
made
first.
WoW and then everyone just built on top of WoW.
Yeah. Or have like Minecraft or Roblox on on uh on that. Like or a competitor to Roblox or something. I have not been on Roblox yet. Have you?
I did a little bit just
Oh,
to see even. I'm like, oh, this kind of feels like Minecraft. You just kind of like play around on different things, different
mhm,
programs and games. But
mhm.
I'm like, oh, this is interesting, but I don't know if I can spend the whole last day on it
Right.
because
I was like, I really want to build something. But yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
it's like I want to build on something. Nah, man, can I just get my Call of Duty like get my KD ratio up? Sup?
What if Call of Duty had like a lobby, like a live lobby that you can like run in? Like,
Oh yeah,
let's say you're playing the
I can
game,
see
you
that.
just
I can
run.
see that.
Yeah, you just see other players, just like like imagine if it was like that
Hmm.
beginning room in like
Yeah,
Counter Strike, right?
yeah,
When you're
yeah,
still
yeah,
buying your stuff, everyone's like running around that room, like
yeah.
shooting and spray painting stuff and like
Yeah.
typing to each other.
I'm
Yeah,
excited,
just
dude. But
yeah,
that's
yeah,
essentially that's what fucking Minecraft is.
exactly. Yeah. So
That's essentially what Minecraft is.
build the game first, the community will follow, and then you can build on top of the game. That's what I think where it should go. Because Fortnite proved this, right? It was a shooter. Now you having Travis Scott concerts.
Now, now, as long as no one dies, right?
You can die in this game at least. I'm just
Oh,
kidding. That was hella
it's
dark.
fucking dark. That's fucking dark.
Oh yeah.
What else you got? It's fucking
Um, y- it,
ridiculous.
it, sorry, I was actually gonna make this transition, but you went. over there first. But we we gotta talk about Elon again, man,
Oh,
because
Elon.
I mean everyone already knows. I think one of our last episodes we were really talking about him. We're just like, oh, maybe he could do something. And I was always like a Elon optimist, and now I'm just not anymore. I'm not sold on it anymore.
Elon is he's a scam artist, man.
He's a trip. I'm just like, I think that the thing that finally pushed me over was the Starlink one.
Oh, yeah.
Where
Really?
it's like I think you should um
Well, explain it. Explain it.
oh, so basically he wanted to cut off Starlink funding. He wanted to charge like what the DoD or DOJ or I think the DoD. He
Yeah,
basically
DOD, I
wanted to
think so.
charge like the federal government to help Ukraine out, right?
Yeah.
And then like a lot of people are saying like, oh, he's just petty because like the president of Ukraine called him basically like told him to shut the fuck up.
Yes.
He was like, I'm gonna take Starlink out now. And I was like, there's so much petty stuff going on right now that he does. I'm just like, "Ooh, come on, man. Like, why do you do this to you? Why do you shoot yourself in the foot so much? Like now he wants to buy Twitter again. Like, ooh,
Well, because
after
he
he
has
just
to,
shut
right?
it on.
Because he has to
Yeah.
now.
Because he's about to lose in court. And it was just
Oh, he
like,
was gonna take big L, big L.
yeah. I mean, you signed a contract that says, oh, don't worry, I waive my rights of doing my due diligence. It's kind of like,
Like it just feel like I know it felt like a well when he announced that he was gonna buy Twitter, it just felt like he was he was high on like Adderall or like cocaine. And that it was just kind of like all the rush, like yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm a rich man. Yeah, yeah.
I I think it would have been fine, but I think he realized he overpaid because right when he did that, the market started to crash. But that's not
Hmm.
his fault. It's just that's how the economy was during the time. And then he was like, "Oh shit, I should have waited like 2 months." Like
Yeah.
if he bought Twitter when it was still like $20,
Hmm.
like he could definitely have bought it for like 420 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like
Whatever amount he
yeah,
was gonna pony
yeah.
up and buy the
And I
stock.
think
Yeah.
and I think essentially he just wanted a better deal, but he couldn't get it. And then like after all those text messages of people like dick writing him about, yeah, you go buy now. We'll turn Twitter. And I was like, man, that's cool. That's how billionaires talk. That's actually pretty interesting to me. So I think those texts that went out publicly with all these like rich people like kind of expose not him, but expose them and like how they want to hand in this, which is really interesting to me.
Yeah. Elon has a bunch of yes men in his corner. But I will say
Hmm.
about Twitter, I just found out last night I have an edit button on my shit. So fuck y'all.
Wait, you have one? You have
Fuck
Twitter
yeah,
Blue?
let's go. Yeah,
You have
okay, it's not an edit button per se, but they are in beta version of editing tweets.
hmm
So like if you send a tweet within 30 minutes you have the option to edit. So you can go back to the tweet and say edit tweet. So,
hmm
damn.
I thought it was
Fuck
only
y'all
for
broke
Twitter
shit.
Blue.
I got fucking Twitter Blue. I got the edit shit. I can edit my tweets for 30 minutes. Fuck y'all. Get your money up.
Oh my god, that's pretty good. Um, well, we gotta go divergent on this topic,
No,
but
no worries.
speaking of like social networks, I've really been fascinated with like short form content lately. Like,
Okay.
oh my god, like the last 3 days, I've just been on like TikTok on my other phone.
Yeah.
It just like, like I kind of do have like a s- a s- an untethered phone, and I just kind of go on TikTok through it, and
Damn,
I'm just
untethered phone like a drug dealer.
yeah.
Let's go.
No, I mean, there's no. It only has Wi-Fi. That's it, right? It doesn't
Isn't
have
that
any
just an
SIM card
iPod
in it.
Touch, man?
It is just an iPod Touch, and it's an iPod Mini. What's up, dog? And this is like,
It's an untethered phone, bitch. That's an iPod Touch.
and this is me. Like, I have like two iPhones on me. One of them, I'm just like, oh, I can watch this TikTok here, and oh, I'll just watch this TikTok here. It's like, man, it was like 10 seconds. I'm used to long form content, so
Oh yeah.
I'll start like, I'll start manipulating the algorithms for like this one and that one, and oh my god, it's great. It's good. And then I think we were talking, and I was talking about short form content to Erwin, and I was like, dude, I can really see YouTube Shorts becoming a thing now. And I think I posted you that.
Yeah, you sent that over, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I do want to start exploring like short form content. And then like I didn't realize is that like people watch YouTube at like 1.3 speeds or 1.2 speeds or 1.5 speeds. Did you know that?
My bad. My fucking my see, look, my microphone came out of my headphone jack, and I was like, I nodded, and I was like, oh shit, Q. Oh fuck, you're asking me a question. My bad.
I'll go repeat it real
Yeah, my bad.
quick. Uh, fuck, what did I say? Short form content.
Short form content, YouTube shorts.
Oh, did you know that people freaking watch YouTube videos like at a 1.2 or 1.5 speed?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Are you
that's what I
serious?
said. Yeah,
That's
what I
that's
said.
real. Oh, sorry. That's real.
That's real. That's a
I
real
didn't.
thing.
What?
Yeah,
What?
you like podcasts I could do at 1.1, 1.2, audiobooks 1.3, but videos I always watch it at 1 because I like to sit down and like listen to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a TV generational thing or I'm like, oh,
What
I'll
the
just
fuck?
yeah,
So
yeah,
people on YouTube Shorts will. Wait, what's so
like
on
regular
YouTube? It's
YouTube.
regular YouTube. People will
Mm,
watch at 1.2.
mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, so do you expect when you meet them in real life that they'll really talk like that? I'm like, oh, your voice is much lower. I'm like, yeah, bitch, you put you at 1.2.
What? No, that I understand like podcasts, audiobooks because like the way that people narrate isn't not necessarily going to like vibe with how you process information
And some
or
people narrate so
cadence. Yeah,
slow
exactly. I get that point. But for video, like watching in 1.2, like damn, that's like
because they're
why
trying to
is your
finish
life in fast
content.
forward, dog? Like you need
Yeah,
to slow that
they're
shit down.
yeah. So like they do that because they want to like take in as much content as possible, which is the reason why I think like short form videos are like the thing. Because like this might be a hot take, but like, do you feel like there's a difference between like people I feel like who have like real ADHD than people who kind of learn parts of ADHD characteristics. It's because we're always in that. Because remember that was like the thing with our generation was like, oh, you guys are always watching like TV, and so you
Okay.
guys have ADHD. But then like, I wonder with like short form content now, it's kind of like I could only pay attention to like a big topic for like because I'm like ingrained to learn every minute, and my brain will like
Ah, shit.
my
Yeah.
brain
Okay.
learns the
Okay.
context switch right away.
I
So
see
I
that.
wonder if like yeah, but then I'm not saying like ADHD is not real kind of thing, but I'm saying like oh, I wonder if some like things we do learn due to expectations, and it's kind of like yeah, if we don't get it like within a minute, we react ABC now because I don't know, maybe I think of it more as a Pavlovian thing now. Just
That's a hot
curious.
take. That's a hot
That
take,
is a
man.
hot take. That is a hot
like,
take.
like I understand. My shit is like, yo, I think everybody is just consuming so much fucking content that we can't focus on one thing.
Hmm.
Like, it's just so ingrained. But I don't know if it's like we learned fucking ADHD shit. Like,
Yeah.
I think people are just starting like to understand more of like the spectrum of like mental health stuff. So it's like,
Right, that too. And it's
yeah.
funny because when like I hear people, I don't want to say boomers, but when I hear people like talk about ADHD was never a thing back then, I was like, ADHD didn't have a name until like not even
No,
like,
for real,
less
for
than
real.
20 years ago. And
Yeah,
how would you know? And that
that
was the
was
same
just
thing
kind
with
of
like
like
postpartum
rambunctious
depression.
kids back in the day. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Whatever,
And like
man.
at the time, people didn't know about postpartum depression. And like, why is women getting depressed after they give birth kind of thing? So it's like, it's, yeah. So
This
it's
is
just,
not a fucking Andrew Tate podcast, by the way. This is
oh,
just
yeah. I'm just curious. That's it. I guess I'm just more curious rather than saying so. I'm not trying to like demonize anything about it. I'm just like very curious. Like, I wonder what this will do. This will do kind of thing, or what this can do to like certain behavior traits. And like, I guess the reason why I asked this too is because at work, people going back to work again.
oh
At
work.
work, you know what I mean? Like, so at work, people kind of like, or people are so used to working 80 hours a pay period,
Yeah,
but
40/40. Okay.
then I remember at work, I was asking this question. I was like, why can't we give people like a point 0.8, point 0.6, or, whatever, right? Like
Hmm.
one being full time, point 0.5 being part time kind of thing. Like, why
Hmm.
can't we do that? And like, people always told me, like, well, that's just kind of how things are. And like part of me was like, but that's not how like market trends are, right? Like
Hmm.
employee market trends like really value flexibility just because people have like different lives outside of work or they
Hmm.
have different ambitions, different goals and blah blah blah. And like I hate to say sometimes you can use like certain jobs as a stepping stone, but it's like if I'm gonna like if I want to retain talent
Hmm.
and like they're like, could I do like one less day or work two less days so I could pursue my TikTok dream of feet pics or something like that? And it's like, then I was like, like why not, right?
You're like, yeah, yeah, I'll help you. I'll subscribe. I got that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me your OnlyFans too. Like I support you
Hold the
multiple ways.
podcast. Hold the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's
That's-
you gotta, do the whole thing. Two serious ones, and the third one has to be funny. I'm
Do
just
we
kidding.
have to be serious, and then I have to fucking break the shit because this is how we do it.
Yeah, yeah.
This is how
I
we
have to
do
do
it.
it too. But yeah, so you know what I mean? Like
No, yeah.
people do people do value flexibility now. That's why the hybrid work from home thing I think makes sense. That's what I think um, when people talk about like paternity leave now makes sense. I'm like, oh hell yeah, like that's dope. Like give people that, right? That's awesome. Have like women the more chances to build a career and have like men also have like quote unquote untraditional whatever feminine roles in the household, I guess. I don't know. Fuck it. Also more guys are cooking too, so yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll say from my perspective, yeah, like majority of this year, I was stay-at-home dad, so it's kind of like it was nice that Rona had the opportunity to work her job full remote while I was still looking and taking care of Amelia. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's the flexibility is key for us because it really helped us take care of Amelia and not have to worry about like a daycare provider.
Right,
So
because
yeah,
daycare's
it's big deal.
fucking
It's
expensive.
expensive. We were able to find somebody who takes care of Amelia pretty good at a reasonable price point.
Mhm.
So it's like it's nice to get that time back because
Mhm.
I think as it comes to flexibility and being a parent, it was hard to start work while taking care of like a full like 2-year-old toddler because it was
Right.
easier last year when she was smaller, but now that she's like walking around and getting into things and just really curious about stuff, it was just like, fuck, dude, how am I supposed to work like 40 hours a week at home too? Like, or like even be kind of hybrid, like, and also take care
Mhm.
of the little one. Like, fuck, dude, it's hard shit. So, flexibility is key. And that's part of like the future of work from our 30-year-old fucking plus perspective, like the future of work. Ha ha ha
Well, speaking of like future generations,
ha.
we might have another host soon. Mm, mm.
We might have another host. We're gonna have at least a guest appearance coming up soon.
Yes, 100%. To talk about everything is just gonna be two old people
Two old people in
grilling
the
him
third.
at a 20-something-year-old. Just kidding. Part of me also think it's like, wait, this kind of reminds me of that clip of like J. Cole talking to someone about like this younger rapper about rap music, and he's just kind of like, why am I talking to J. Cole about this? I don't give a fuck what J. Cole
I don't give
thinks.
a fuck about what J. Cole thinks.
Like, why is he telling me
Ah.
about hip hop fundamentals? I just want to rap music all day. And I was just like, hmm. But then, yeah, no, I'm also thinking like, well, the thing about flexibility too is like, I think that's just what it is now. People want to they want to be uh, this, uh, they want to be like almost like a polymath in a way, right? They want to learn different things.
Everybody
And
wants to be a polymath. Everybody wants
yeah,
to be a polymath. It's hard as fuck.
everyone wants to, yeah,
It's
it's
hard as
fucking
fuck,
hard.
kids. It's hard as fuck.
It's hard. It's hard. It's a lot of dedication. Not everyone can be like Elon Musk. Okay, he's a polymath.
Yeah, but he's also a fucking scam artist who's
He's also a
he's like,
scammer.
yo, no, 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 no. I'm I'm gonna shut down the studio.
I'm gonna shut down the studio and the war because you told me to shut the fuck up. But yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
yeah, because you're right. Because like the reason why I say flexibility is so good is because everyone's like stages in life always changes now, right? Like
Mm, that's the
nothing is like a
truth.
clear thing anymore. Yeah, like you're a dad now, and
Fuck, I know, right?
like yeah, you know what I mean. You're a dad, Amelia. Like what you do now will be different when Amelia is a teenager, and then that will change
Oh,
when
god damn it, I know.
Amelia, you know what I mean, and
Fuck,
then
dude.
when she
Yeah, I
starts
know.
driving a car, and then so
Ugh,
like
what the fuck? You
that's
age,
like
fucking like this.
so it's just like thinking about the fucking Erwin just keeps knocking out his head.
Fucking stupid ass fucking ox. That's the fucking mic cable. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna turn into fucking Viserys in like 3 episodes and shit. Like fucking House of Dragons. I'm just fucking walking. Fuck. How the fuck did I get so old?
and and we're both still pursuing other things too, like some of our
Yeah,
creativity. Like I'm
man.
still doing a lot of it too, and like I think that stuff gets me grounded because I'm not used to working 80 hours. So like I feel so emotionally drained, or I feel so drained when I get home. Now I'm like, oh, why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this? I'm sacrificing my 20 year old ideals. Whoa, whoa. Fucking
Oh my god,
Viserys.
I can't. I will never. I can't go back to my 20s, man.
Ugh,
Like I'm sorry.
I'm not a sellout anymore. Ugh.
Emo songs here. Ugh.
Ugh.
We'll
Speaking of
talk.
emo, I'm fucking thinking about going to fucking when we were young next year. Fuck man, fuck this shit.
Where are you? I'm
If
waiting for
Blink
Blink 182 to come
182
back.
can do a fucking comeback tour, gotta show up right. I gotta do it right. Gotta wear my
Oh,
Vans,
oh, you know
my
why?
my high top chucks.
You know why Blink 182 is not coming back?
Why? Why?
Because Tom's too involved with the alien stuff now. No, I'm serious. He has like a foundation. It's
I know.
crazy.
I'm aware because I saw the clip. The few episodes that I watched of Joe Rogan was the one episode with Tom and Joe Rogan where he explained his
Oh,
like company and like how he's really involved with like UFOs and the government
mhm.
funded shit
I
about
mean,
UFOs. So
that's
wait, so
tight to
so
me.
Tom is no longer doing the UFO shit or
No,
what
he is.
happened?
He is. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Blink 182 ever like do a reunion tour
But
unless
they
like,
just said they're getting back together, bro.
oh, word. Okay, maybe he's raising money
The
for his.
TikTok told me, man. They said,
TikTok's
"Oh
good for all.
shit, where are you?"
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no.
No, but you know, yeah, I get it. Like we're old as shit, and Tom, Tom's gonna take place of Matt from Alkaline Trio spot for a little bit. But I think that's, I
Really?
agree. It might be maybe one this tour, maybe one album, and then I think Tom just kind of like, I don't want to do this. Where's my aliens at?
It's like,
Show me the
let me
UFOs,
look at the
guys.
horoscope. It's like, what was that thing that James? What was the new thing that the telescope in space now? Fuck, whatever. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, now he's like, I'm gonna look at that now.
Was it James Webb? James
Yeah,
Rupp? I
something
don't
like
know.
that. And maybe it's
Facts
Webb.
don't matter, man.
Yeah, facts don't matter right now. But speaking about our youth, do you think
Use.
our yeah, speaking about the use from so I think the millennials are actually pretty interesting. We set up a lot of modern things that like when I see other people do it, I'm like, what the fuck? We did that like a long time ago. Why is
Oh,
this
like
becoming like a
raver
mainstream
jeans and fucking like
90s Gap fashion?
fucking Gap. Why is this shit back? I don't like this. I'm fucking
Well,
getting scarred from middle school, dude.
like you remember those jeans that fucking they were like double the size of your fucking thighs, and it's like, oh god. No, so it makes me wonder now, like from trends back then, what do you think we were early on, and what do you think like still remain
Oh, that's
today?
right. Well, we were early on. Damn.
I know for sure I was early on plaid pants.
Oh. you there, you know, honestly, um I'll say this. I'll compliment your style. How basically everything that these kids are wearing now, and the lookbooks people are putting out, I just keep thinking, dude, this is JV circa 2006, like
Yeah.
2007. Like, oh yeah, the cardigan with the fitted hat. I'm like, dude, you know, shit. I or like I don't know if like yeah, you were early on a lot of like trendy shit now. I'm like, oh, what the kids wear is basically what Jay was wearing back in the day. Minus
Mhm.
the white sunglasses and your emo hair. When you didn't get a
Damn.
haircut for a while, bro, you was just
Yeah, I know. I let that shit grow.
like JV Vegas and shit. Like that's you. That's you early on.
Yo,
Um
JV Vegas was crazy. I was wearing like anime shirts and fitted clothes and stuff like that.
um
Oh my
yeah, I
god,
don't
those are
know.
the days.
Fuck, I know. I don't know. I feel like early on was like military jackets and shit. Cause like I would just
Yeah,
how
that's right. Military jackets
military
were a thing.
jackets, like I had like a M65 from like '08 or something. I just
Dude,
kept
I
that.
still
I
have
just kept
mine.
it. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. And like Alpha Industries just totally that's their whole shit. Like they just make military jackets. I'm like, dog.
that's
I
right.
was raiding my dad's closet for these back in back in high
God,
school.
yeah, you're right. And one fashion trend that I'm kind of like fascinated by is like tech wear. It's
Oh
basically
yeah.
emo cyberpunk. That's how I best can
You
describe
just
it.
tech wear is basically a lot of pockets on all your items. So like you have pockets on your pants, pockets on your shirt, pockets in your vest.
There's straps everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Am I gonna get caught on something, or I
I
need to
just see
emergency
those
strap
yeah,
myself to
yeah,
here?
the fucking like Korean lookbooks. That's just a bunch of dudes with masks and then like pockets, zippers, and like
It's just like
what
every
should
year
be wallet
increases.
chains and shit. Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right?
like like I remember like watching Tokyo Fashion Week and like watching Paris Fashion Week, and then you would just see like hella like baggy clothes and like the beginnings of like tech wear, and then suddenly it just really blew up. Now there's like it's like mixed industrial tech cyberpunk everything. Like people are wearing masks and like I see like Japanese clothes, but like hella teched out with pockets. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? This is tight and weird at the same time. There's a
It
lot of
like
fabric that gets loose.
whatchamacall, I think it's evolved to where you can get it cheap on like Shein or whatever, like Amazon. Because I know like with techwear, it was like Junya Watanabe and like a lot of those Japanese like specific
Ooh,
brands, right? Like Undercover Neighborhood, all those guys. Like
yeah.
though that's like why I think of like traditional techwear. And then it's like, oh now like a lot of like younger folks are flocking to it, and then you get the whole like fast fashion cycle of
Hmm.
Shein and H&M, all that shit.
Yeah, it was crazy because I remember I was such a big fan of Y3 when we went to Vegas.
Oh, Y3. Yeah,
Yeah,
good shit, good
Y3,
shit.
and that was oh my god, now I'm blanking on his name. Yoji Yamamoto.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he was like the original, like him, and then like was it
Hmm.
Junko or I forgot who, but they
Hmm.
were like the original unisexual baggy clothes, all black. I think the fashion style was called Caruso or something like that, which means crow. And like they were like the originators of that in the early '90s and like '80s, I think. And now that's coming back, and it has like that version like called tech wear. And I was like, damn, fashion trends really do come back. Because I feel like, and I'm seeing
Just
more of like
wait, man.
yeah, fucking platted slip-on Vans are coming back again too.
You're like, fuck, what the fuck?
How's your shoe collection now? What do you wear now?
um,
What's your go-to outfits now?
uh, I just fuck, dude. Honestly, because it's still fucking hot. I'm still just wearing t-shirts and shit, just like graphic
Mhm.
tees, whatever I have already, and um, just like selvage denim, and then whatever. What kicks am I wearing? My
You have a lot of kicks
rotation.
at your place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing Air Max 95s or some Cortezes, but
Ooh.
that's kind of like my rotation right now. Maybe some
Mhm.
Ultra Boosts as my like errands and shit.
Jeez, mine's just been all birds.
Look at the
I know.
get the
Fucking
fuck.
all. Like
He's
when I
fucking
go out, yeah, I'll try to wear like regular shoes. Like I think in my new rotation, if I could name the shoes I've always been wearing, it's the um, Jeff Staples Allbirds. It's the Momofuku high tops.
hmm
It's um, this Taft plaid Oxford shoes, and that's it. Those are like my shoe. Oh, and I had like freaking some loafers from God, what's that one brand? It's one everyone likes to get the European style shoes from. It's like colored loafers and stuff. I don't know, whatever it is, but yeah, those are like my rotations now. It's really bad. Like I don't really wear shoes anymore. I tried to wear like AJ1s once, and I was like, oh, they're cool. I have no idea what to wear it on with. Probably when I wear like a navy suit, I'll wear it, but that's about it. My fashion style is now like following what NBA players wear at during a conference. There's just kicks, a suit, and a fitted hat, and it's like that's what I wear now too. And like, I don't think I could ever be original when it comes to fashion anymore. Like, it's not a thing anymore. I'm like, oh, I don't
You're
think
like,
I'm
fuck being
original.
original.
Yeah, like I'm not original. Everyone, I like, I will see like a style like I think about is interesting. Someone's already doing it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, but back then, I was like, oh, what is he wearing? Kind
I
of
just want to be
thing.
different. Yeah, I want to be different.
I don't think I wanted to purposely be different. I was just always bored. Maybe that's the type
You,
of person I am. I'm just
I'm
always
bored.
bored.
Let me wear this. This
Bored.
is sick, dude.
Bored. I always do different things. Jamie's bored. Doesn't like your shit.
and,
Bored.
and now your nephew's trying to dress like you in 2008.
I don't think he's trying to dress like me
No,
anymore.
I'm
I think
just
he was
fucking
in.
kidding.
Yeah, like when I see his fashion style, I was like, it's like, oh, it does remind me of like
Oh, your
a
nephew's gonna
more.
respond. He's gonna be so pissed.
Oh no no no. I don't think. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's a. See, no, I have coworkers talking to me because like I'm on call, so I
Get
have to
the
reply to
fuck
them.
out. Okay,
Anyway,
we
we
gotta
finish this
wrap
stuff.
this shit up.
No,
It's
no, no,
already
no, no. We
one.
don't have to.
We'll
We
go to
don't.
work.
No, no, no. Like I have to wake up at 5 o'clock every morning
Oh
to just make sure
hell
no one called.
no.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
that. Sorry,
This
dude.
whole week. I don't know. It's just this is my life right now. I chose this. I chose this life.
It
The
chose
life
this
didn't
life.
choose
This
me.
choice didn't choose me.
So no, like when I see his fashion style, it is like it really does remind me of like Gap and, but it's like a nicer Gap. Like it's like different brands who do something, and
Oh
when you
no, he's gonna respond
no, no,
live on
it's
the podcast.
I know, it's fine. I like debate. We gotta fire this shit up. Just kidding. We can't just be so complacent with one another.
That's what I
But no,
said, bro. That's what I said. I can't
but
fucking always agree, but I'm like, yo, stupid. Still with Facebook.
yeah,
Future
a
work
little bit more.
ass.
Yeah. God damn, we talk about some adult ass shit.
I know.
Anyways, but yeah, no, it, it's funny looking at fashion choices because I think it does follow like stuff we did. Like, it's like, all right, we work to buy a really, really dope piece that might cost 300 plus. Like, he's trying to find his equivalent to me dropping $300 on my Babe hoodie kind of thing. And I think, what's that one brand he talks about? The aime something.
Aime
Aime.
Leon Dior.
Yeah, like it's dope. And I like look at those price points. I'm like, yeah. Dude, and I was like, this I've seen, like I look at it, I'm like, I've seen this before.
Yeah,
And why
because
is
that's
this
your
400? Yeah, why is this
because
300, $400?
well,
Kind of thing.
ALDs basically, if you think about it, it's expensive Abercrombie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all take
Look at
expensive
it. Look at
Abercrombie.
it and think about it. Like, oh, is this just
Abercrombie, like specifically Abercrombie, not like Gap or anything like that.
yeah, because like just to think if you like look at it and visualize like okay, like
Okay.
not thinking about like the graphic tees or like the polos with the fucking moose and shit. Whatever it was, I forgot what the ANF whatever it was.
Yeah.
Just don't think about those specific items and just think of like like the button ups, the way that they wear them, how it the fit. I'm like, oh yeah, this just looks like Abercrombie.
Yeah, because they never had like a slim fit. It was always just regular relax, regular relax. You're in the beach, regular relax fit.
No, man, it was bootcut. Fuck bootcut jeans.
Oh
Fuck,
yeah,
that's
I forgot
forever.
it was a thing.
I can't, dude. These kids are wearing fucking bell bottoms and bootcut. I'm like, fuck y'all. I can't do bootcut in 2022. I'm too old for this shit. We are not doing bootcut revival. That's the hill I'm gonna fucking die on. I'm not wearing bootcut jeans anymore, man. No, no.
I roasted one of my coworker because he wears gladiator sandals.
To work?
No, not to work, but we're
I
at
was
an
like, yo,
outing.
I thought you gotta wear closed toe shoes in the hospital.
You do, you do. I have to start looking at people's shoes too. It was like an outside of work
Compliance,
function,
compliance, out of compliance, out of compliance.
and like I'll tell you right now, like I only roasted him because I like him. I don't roast him because I hate him. But all I said to him was like, "What the fuck? Your husband dresses better than you." I was like, "Why do you wear gladiator sandals with pants? Like, if you wear it with shorts, I would have understood. But you just wear it with pants. Just wear fucking sandals. You're from San Diego, man." That's like my only like gripe with his outfit. I was just like I liked everything else. So, but I was like, I'm just gonna roast you on everything right now. Anyways,
All right, let's wrap this shit up, man.
yeah,
We're
let's
almost
wrap
at
this
an
up.
hour here. Let's do it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we are thinking about having a guest soon. And if the vibe check passes, is that what people say? If the vibe check passes,
That's what the kids say.
that's
If the
okay.
if they pass the vibe check and if they lucky, it's chill, fuck. It's
Well, I
chill.
said it
Come
again. You
through.
said when they lock key it. What did you just say?
What? Sorry, I just blacked out. What? I just kind of like I took a roll that I saw on TikTok and like locked in, and I'm like, I don't know what I just said, dude. You might need to rewind the tape. I really don't know what the fuck I just said.
Oh my god, senior moment.
It's like speaking in tongues.
Yo, but I'll tell you right now, I'm like super excited to like be openly weeby with people. It's great. It's super great.
It's a part of being in your 30s. You're just like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give
Like
a
I
fuck.
like people
Like me
like,
for who I
oh yeah,
am.
yeah. It's like I met someone younger than me, and they're like, or not younger, but it's like,
hmm
oh yeah, did you see freaking the new Bleach is coming out? I'm like, you said it to me openly, like this is
I
tight.
have to hide my weirdness. Now I don't have to.
Yeah. So I do like where pop culture is going. I do like where things are headed toward, and like I think I used to be so resistant to it back then. I was like, man, I wish I had these opportunities and openness back then, but I'm glad things are changing. Except in the political world, things are getting worse. But it's a podcast for another day.
That's a different podcast episode for
All
another
right,
day.
we will wrap episode 47. Boom, boom. Let's go.
See you next time. Thanks for listening. Fucking like, subscribe on YouTube. We'll make more fucking shit here, there, TikTok, Instagram. Difficult to please. We're still there.
Yep, we're still trying to be around, trying to be more active. We want to use the algorithms more in the Zuckerverse verse and the Twitter verse and the TikTok verse, and we're gonna get in with she and everything. Just kidding.
What the fuck are you saying? Fucking. All right, we'll see you guys next episode. See ya.
Peace.
Oh fuck.